Hey everybody, welcome to Nexus at Night's channel. I'm Atlas, and I wanted to talk to you about spice. Not the stuff that makes white people sad, apparently, and not the psychic powers kind. I'm talking premium format spice. Being that Overdress works in nations, and V Premium works with clans, one card can work in multiple decks by virtue of the nation system and the clan system being different yet interlinked. And that, my friends, leads to some spicy decks. Since Overdress has begun in Vanguard, everyone who plays premium format, the universal one, has been keeping an eye on the cards released. Most Overdress cards for standard format have been largely underpowered across the board, compared to the stuff that V Premium and even G Era was getting back in the day, as it tends to happen in the beginning of an era of support. But some things seem to work like bleach and ammonia. When you put them together, you're getting mustard gas. And that's what this video is about. Over the course of this video, I'm going to show you some premium decks that make significant use of Overdress cards. In particular, my goal for something to qualify for this video is to have the main Grade 3 ride be something from Overdress. Now granted, this tends to be uncommon in premium, as imaginary gifts are usually too good to pass up. But I think you'll find that some of these builds are unorthodox as hell and can lead to some interesting stuff. I should note that I will be shouting out those that either made the lists or pointed me toward them, if I can. I didn't invent any of these. As well, I will link them in the description down below if you want to take a closer look. None of these have been in major tournaments that I know of at the time of recording this anyway, but maybe I can inspire some people to go out and give this a try. Starting off, we have what is known as Eugene Nazari, Eugene Hand Rip, Kagero Hand Control. It goes by a lot of names. Heavy Artillery of Duststorm Eugene has been kind of the punching bag of Overdress players, mostly due to the fact that its rearguards have kind of low impact and a general lack of win condition, but that's where Kagero comes in. Kagero has a very strong lineup of strides as well as G-guards, including the goat chicken himself, Denial Griffin, but that's not why you combine Eugene with Kagero. Eugene allows you to make boards very easily, something Kagero has trouble with in general, but also allows you to soul charge a lot of cards at a time. So why does this matter? Well, check out this card called Dragon Knight Nazari. Dragon Knight Nazari is a Grade 3 that, at the cost of soul blasting 3 Grade 3s, it makes your opponent put 6 cards from their board and their hand into their drop zone. If your opponent's board happens to be empty, because all of your rearguards and strides happen to kill them, you then rip 6 cards out of their hand. Eat your heart out, Nubatama. You can speed up the process by setting up Nazari by using cards like Tribash, who kindly puts himself in Soul, Dustin, who puts other cards into Soul for a draw and a retire if you have Eugene Vanguard, which you will, and of course Dragonic Overlord, the End, and the X, who, when you ride over them, become part of the Soul. Not to mention all the cards that let you get Soul Charges in general, and Heal Guardians being Grade 3, this helps set up Nazari even further. I'll have a list in the description. I got it from Scissoring Gwen in Living Proof's Discord. It's by no means comprehensive or the best build, but cool, right? What, that's it? Oh boy, check out the timestamp, bucko. We're just getting started. This one is a definite oddball. Megacolony has always been one of those clans that's operated in the background, occasionally showing up to give Gold Paladin a black eye during Worlds. This one is different. As shown in the deck profile on this very channel, also a link in the description, the game plan for this deck is to use Fabricated Dragon of Ruination, who allows you to play an order from your drop zone for free when you ride him in combination with Megacolony. The main thing you want to use is the book that lets you draw 3 and then give your front row 10k. But other orders can be used like Lyrical Veil, the order that unlocks a guy, or really anything you want. Remember, you don't pay for the cost of the order, so you can get as wacky as you please, especially because Stoicheia, which Megacolony falls under, is the nation that seems to be getting the most orders, thanks to the existence of Zorga. As well, the Persona ride in 13k base helps with Megacolony's defense. So where's the tea? Well, thanks to the downright broken stride that is Guilty Empress Dark-Faced Gridora, and the fact that Megacolony has access to 2 different Grade 3s that stand a rearguard when you place them, Megacolony has the ability to have 5 attacks per turn with decent power. This, combined with the dapperest fellow in the land, allows you to recycle said grade 3s and reuse them turn after turn. It's very grindy, but any deck that can't make a good board straight from hand, or can't ride a new Vanguard is going to get Ruination to death. This one I can largely attribute to Jianing on Living Proof's Discord, so shout out to them. So this is one I have been witness to, but I was definitely not part of the discourse of. Whereas the Megacolony build I ended up adopting thanks to Jianing's work. In this case, you use the V-Series Rising Nova to copy the abilities of Avaricious Dragon Greedon, and something like the V-Series Deadly Emperor from the Clan Selection set. This, combined with Spike Brothers' penchant for calling mid-battle phase, allows you to restand your Rising Nova twice in one turn, because you get those 4 rearguards required for the restand twice in one turn. It may only be 4 attacks, since he has to suck in standing rearguards as part of the effect, but this is turn 3 we're talking about, and your Rising Nova has a crit thanks to the ability to get both Force 1 and Force 2 when you ride him. This is also a unique deck in this video because you still get to take advantage of the imaginary gifts made by Rising Nova, as opposed to the other ones here that forewent them in favor of a name, persona riot ability, or the effect just being that good. That's an enormous amount of pressure so early in the game, and frankly I'm impressed at the amount of work that was put into this deck. Living Proof and all the people around him get credit for this idea. He even has a video explaining some of the combos that the deck can do. I'll leave that down in the description along with the sample deck list. This one is just like, dude. I would call this the worst idea in this video, if I'm being honest. Doesn't make it bad. Yes, it does! But the idea is thus. Thanks to Narukami's unique position, where a stride gets out of the way during your main phase, you are then able to take advantage of Nirvana Chakrabarti to set up your Overdress ability, if you want it, while then dealing the opponent a damage after you bound a bunch of cards and drew a lot too. It should be noted that I was the one who made this list based off of nothing. It was an idea that somebody pitched that I then took and ran with. I haven't played Narukami since early G era. I know nothing about the Vanquisher stuff or how it works post-Imaginary Gift. Another way to do this is to not bother with the actual overdressing and focus more on grade zeros that do things, triggers and the like, while still getting the free damage off of Nirvana. I say, run with it, Narukami stands. I have a link to a list below, but it's in Japanese because the Grade 4 Nirvana isn't out in English yet, and Bushiroad refuses to let someone make a deck list before it's out in English, God forbid. Closing out this video is another brainchild of Scissor and Gwen. Nova Grappler was the first clan that was revealed to be Excel. Gwen saw that and thought to themselves, I don't need no stinking Excel circles, and made this instead. The idea is to use Gravidia, who had a strong showing at Bushiroad Online 2022, or 21, I guess, who lets you search out those meteor orders from your deck when you ride it, and put them into your order zone. The meteors let you get a soul charge and a draw off of them. This allows you to play havoc with the rest of your resources and just go absolutely ham on the opponent's face. The Persona Ride makes up for the lack of Excel since you are constantly standing these units and abusing the free 10k granted by Persona Ride. Your goal is the same as Victor, of going Bustard into Favorite Champ or Dreiger, their GBA. You also run Perfect Referee to help prevent deck out issues since it doesn't replace itself in hand. You will have a higher hand count, so Favorite Champ Victor becomes insanely strong in this build. Nova Grapplers, while being the literal poster child for Excel, ironically function the best without them, as their multi-attacks come from standing rather than calling. I think this is one of the coolest decks that I've seen in a long time, and shout out to Scissor and Gwen for coming up with the idea. There's a link down there for their channel as well as the deck list. Thanks everybody for watching. This isn't even a top 5, this isn't even comprehensive. I skipped things like using Bruce and Pale Moon, using Magnolia and Megacolony, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But you know what? That means I can make more of these. If you want to submit a deck so that I can cover it, you can tweet at us at Nexus at Night on Twitter. Note that the condition still applies. An Overdress Grade 3 or above is your main ride, or a significant part of the engine is Overdress cards. Also, make sure to have a picture of or a link to the deck list the hashtag SpiceDecks, and an explanation on how it works. Otherwise, I'm going to take it at face value, and that's going to mean nothing because I'll go completely off the rails. You can follow me or Matt and Root Beer. Links to our social medias are again down in the description. And if you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon. $5 a month gets you a whole bonus show every month in addition to our podcast. And thank you to our $10 patrons, Darren, Cole, Josh, and Jeremy. And we'll spice you next time.